Okay, I will walk you over SAP Assignment 4 on Advanced Business Explorer Query Designer. So let us first open Business Explorer Query Designer. Log on to Belfast. Open the query from SAP Assignment 3. You can find that in your history, and the query from my SAP Assignment 3 is this one. Okay. So once I do that, I have to ensure that I have filters for calendar year 2011 and country United States. So let me see my country, it's United States, and my calendar year, as I see, is filtered for 9, 10 and 11. So I have to remove 9 and 10. So click on 9, remove, click on 10, remove. I need the calendar year restricted to only 2011, and you do it too. The rows should have product category and material. So I remove product and I bring in material here. So my rows will have product category and material. My columns should have sales quantity, revenue, discount and cost of goods manufactured. If you have anything else, remove it from there. If you do not have these 4 terms, drag and drop them in key figures. And then I have to remove any free characteristics. So I have to remove customer and sales organization, and I have to reset the discount properties to always show. So the properties display, it's already always show, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so at this point what I have to do is I have to save my query, and I have to click the execute icon. So I will save as, and I'll save this as for assignment 4, and I have to change this to assignment 4, and I save it. Okay, so technical name I have already saved it differently, so I will just do A41 and I'll save it. So this will be my new query for my assignment 4. Now I have to execute. Okay, now the question number 1 is, what was the total sales quantity for the accessories product category? So let me go to accessories. I go down, and this is my accessories ACC, and it's asking me for the total sales quantity. And so take this screenshot, and you will see that the total sales quantity for the accessories category is 5199. So your result would be 5191, and this will be your screenshot. Okay, so this is your question number 1. Then what happens? I get out of this, and then my second question will be around display of hierarchy. So here I have to add customer to the rows. Okay, so I will pull up customer to the rows, and then I have to go to the properties, click on rows, I go to the properties, I make it active, and I expand to material. And then I save and execute the query again. So I save and I execute the query. Now question number 2A and 2B. Question number 2A is, what is the overall result or total sales quantity for all materials for 2011? So total sales quantity for all material for 2011 is 13,115. So I take a screenshot and I will just write 13,115, and then the next question is, if I drill down to determine customer, and I have to find out which customer sold the most unit of the men's off-road bike hardtail Shimano. So this is men's off-road bike hardtail Shimano, and I have to find out which customer sold the most units. Okay, so I click here on Shimano and I find all these customers, and I have to find out which customer sold the most. So highest sales quantity. So if I look at the sales quantity, I see out of all of these 117 is the most. So this is, the answer is Beantown Bikes with a sales quantity of 117. So this would be my screenshot and my answer for question 2B. Beantown Bikes with 117 sold, and I show the screenshot. Okay, so I go back to question number 3. In order to handle question number 3, what I have to do is, first I have to remove the filter for calendar year. So I come here, I remove the filter for calendar year. So I just remove that. Then I have to remove all key figures except sales quantity. So I'll go to rows and column and remove all key figures. Okay, then what I have to do is, I have to use selections to compare sales quantities of fourth quarter of 2011 to fourth quarter of 2010. In order to do that, I have to click on sales quantity, double click on sales quantity, then I go to time, then I go to calendar year month, and I do characteristic values. Once it loads, then I have to choose October, November and December of 2011. So October, and keep the control button, hold the control button and click on October, November and December and drag and drop them under sales quantity. Okay, and then you have to rename this description as sales Q4 dot 2011. Okay, and just say OK. Add another sales quantity to the key figures. Double click here, do the same thing, sales Q4 dot 2010. You have to repeat the procedure for 2010. So what I would do is I will choose October, November and December and drag them under sales quantity, and I'll say OK. And then I have to take 10 over 11. I save and then I execute the query. Now the question number 3 is, when comparing sales quantity of 2010 to 2011, you have to find out, did any of the touring bikes sell fewer items in 2011 than in 2010? So the touring bikes, TOU, and if you go down further, you will see that the first column is 2010 and the second column is 2011. So you will see that the red one, the black one and the silver one, they all sold less in 2011. So take a screenshot and this will be your answer, that red, black and silver all sold less in 2011 than in 2010. And then we will move on and we have to do exceptions next. So in order to do that, we have to add a formula. Okay, so I have to right click on key figure, I will choose new formula, then I will double click on formula, I'll call formula 1, I'll change that to deviation. Then in the formula what I have to do is I have to put a parenthesis, then I have to pull in sales for 2011 minus sales for 2010, close the parenthesis, and then again I choose the sales for 2010 fourth quarter. Okay, so this is the formula which is given in your assignment, and after that I say OK, and then within conversions, actually within display, I go to number of decimal places and change to 0.00 and I save it. Now I have to define all those exceptions. So what I'll do is I will click on deviation, actually no, I will click on exceptions from here, and then I right click, I get new exception, then I will double click on exception 1 and I'll call it deviation. I will enter new, and here I will enter the alert levels. For good one, this is greater than and the value is 15. I will transfer that. Then again I will create another exception which is for bad one, that would be less than, and the value is 10. Okay, this is good one, greater than, value is 15. I transfer. I create another one which is bad one, less than, value is 10. I transfer. Exception was changed to deviation, which I lost, and then before clicking OK, I have to go to definition. In the definition, under key figure, I will choose deviation, and then I say OK, and then again I have to go to cell restrictions, and here I have to create new. I will choose material, everything except totals. I'll transfer, create another new where I will choose customer, and totals only I will transfer, and I will say OK. So now my exceptions have been set. The deviation formula is set, so I'm good to go. Okay, now I have to now save, and I execute the query. Okay, let me save all. Okay, let me save all. So I save, just making sure. Okay, you could have used save all, and then I run the query again. Okay, so now I see deviation, sales for fourth quarter 2010 and sales for fourth quarter 2011. Now I have to show which products has the greatest deviation value as shown by good one alert highlight. Good one alert, remember, is more than 15, deviation more than 15. So I have to show the greatest. So if I look at here, 34, 20, 30, so on. So I move on. So you will see water bottle is at 50, which is the greatest. So take a screenshot, and then also which product has the greatest deviation value as shown by that bad one alert, that means the lowest value. So the lowest value would be something negative. So let's see which one. Professional road bike is at -25. Maybe that is the one. Yeah, so water bottle and professional road bike. Take a screenshot and show that. Okay, at 4.1 we have actually two, professional road bike, camper no low, or whatever that is pronounced at, and the professional road bike SRAM, which is at -25, and those two both at 50. So that's your question 4B. Okay. Okay, so we will move on further. We have to now do conditioning of the top 5. In order to do that, we have to remove product category. We'll remove that. Add revenue to columns. So I'll add revenue to columns, and then show the only 5 most important materials based on revenue by using conditions with the top 10 operator. So we'll move on to conditions. Okay, then choose new condition, double click on condition, name condition as top 5 products. Okay, then go to new, choose revenue, operator is top N, and I choose 5. Transfer, and I say OK. Save and execute the query. Let me go back and do it again. So top 5, and then I save all. Let me save all. Okay, so I execute it again and I get the screenshot, and then I have to drill down and collapse, and this is my top 10, sorry, top 5 materials. So I take a screenshot of this and I will paste it in my Word document. So these are my top 10, top 5 materials. Okay, so after that I have to define another new condition. So I will go back here, I'll go to condition, I'll click on new condition and I will open it. I will define this as decreasing sales. Then I will add deviation less than, I'll put a value of 0 and then I'll transfer and I'll say OK. I will save and I will apply the new condition and I will execute the query. Looks like I have to individually save each one. So I have saved individually and then save, decreasing sales, save and save all, and then I will execute the query. So it's giving me some difficulty. So let me try it again. Okay, I figured out what's wrong. I have to make it I have to deselect this, condition is active. Okay, and then I'm fine. I'll save and then I execute the query, and then I have this. So if I collapse, to customer, then I have to see that how many materials show decreasing sales quantities when comparing the two quarters. Okay, so first one is 2010 and second one is 2011. See, the first one, if every number in 2011 is less than what you have in 2010. So basically the answer is all of them. So take a screenshot, and this is like here 6 materials, that means all of them they show. Is it all of them, or do I have more data? Let me see. No, I don't have more data. So this is all of them. All of them have shown decrease in sales quantity. Okay, so I move on. Next, what do I have to do? I have to change the query again. I go to filter. In the filter for country, I have to remove US and I have to add the BI curriculum country based. So to do that, I have to go to customer, country, not characteristic values. I have to go to characteristic values variables, and here I have BI curriculum, and I have to pull this under country. Okay, here just note that the technical name is zvar underscore country. All you have to do is save and execute this query. See, it shows as formula 1, deviation is shows as formula 1, so I have to save it one more time. Keep saving, okay, and then come to filter and then do it again. Now it shows deviation. Okay, so that takes us to question number 7. We have still more work left. We need to go to filter, display all filter values, and you see the country it shows is Germany. The rule is that if I have an even number as my login ID, it would show Germany. If you have an odd number as your user ID, it would show US. For me, my number was 096, which is a even number, so it's showing Germany. So I close, take a screenshot. Do you need a, yeah, you need a screenshot of this, and then just take a screenshot and paste it for your question number 7a, which country is shown. And then question number 7b is, what is your user ID? Put in your user ID, and do your results agree with the note? So if you have an odd number user ID and if it shows US, then you say yes. If you have an even number user ID and it shows Germany, then you say yes. So this is my question number 7. Okay, then I have one more to go. Coming back to the query, I have to change the query again. So what I have to do is I have to add revenue to columns. So I come here, revenue is already here. So I go to its properties. In the display, it's always show, it is there. Then I have to click on the conversion tab, and I have to select BI curriculum variable to currency as the conversion type. Okay, I have to then save and I execute this query. choose euro as is given here, and then I click OK to continue. So the question is, what is the overall result in euros for revenue? So overall is 121,426,551. Take a screenshot and put it. And then the last question is 8B, overall result in USD for revenue. So in order to do the USD, what I have to do is, I have to go back to filter, display all filter values. I have to close this. Where was I choosing Germany from? Let me run my query, execute it again. Yeah, from here I change it to USD. I say OK, OK, and look at the answer now, $163,551. So this is my, take a screenshot, this is my answer, 8A and 8B, and I am done. Thank you.